Dear boomers, humans maintain their balance, their poise, and sense of security only as they are moving forward. And that is a quote by Maxwell Maltz. And my mother used to read him, and she would talk about him all the time. Um, Also, don't forget that the Dear Boomer community is now open for you to come join me. And that link is in the description below. So let's discuss this a little bit. This is so exciting. Um, in life, balance is not something we find by standing still. True balance is maintained in motion. Today, inspired by the brilliant Maxwell Maltz, we'll explore why forward movement and movement in general and movement of the brain, not perfection, not speed, is the real secret to lasting poise, peace, and progress. Whether you're beginning a new chapter or whether you're seeking renewed purpose or overcoming life's inevitable hurdles, today's message is for you. Maxwell Maltz was the pioneering mind behind psycho-cybernetics, taught that humans, much like a bicycle in motion, maintain balance through constant forward motion, movement. Keep moving, and the sense of balance collapses. But if you keep rolling, even at a slow, steady pace, balance becomes effortless. And this is at our age, we need to maintain our balance. I've started doing chair yoga every morning. I may have mentioned that last week I had a sciatic nerve flare up. And because of that, I began to realize I have to start becoming more flexible. So I'm going to start, and I did start already with chair yoga, which there's all kinds of chair yoga videos on YouTube. Yes, we love YouTube. So the principle doesn't just apply to physical movement. It mirrors emotional, psychological, and even spiritual balance. If you're feeling stuck, anxious, or uncertain, it's often because something inside of yourself craves movement. Not massive leaps, but simple, small, committed steps forward. Imagine a river frozen in winter. It looks stable, but underneath there's stagnation, brittleness, no life flows. Contrast that with a spring river, which is rushing and lively and constantly reshaping itself. The moving river doesn't resist change, it embodies it. And because it moves, it remains vibrant, oxygenated, and full of life. However, one time we used to live on the Conestoga River, and one time my husband and I were walking on the frozen river, and our dog Mukunda was walking ahead of us, and all of a sudden he stopped. He looked at us like a warning, and we should have heeded his warning. He went running to the bank and started to bark, and we kept walking, and Tom, my husband, Tommaso, fell into the river, a cold, cold river. So even underneath that surface, it's not, there's so much going on, and we have to respect that kind of stability and respect the life force that moves through everything, including that palm tree over here. In our lives, when we freeze, when we resist change or cling to fear, we lose flexibility and life energy. And when we move through growth, learning, and creativity, forgiveness, taking risks, we become like that vibrant river, alive, resilient, and constantly renewed. And like the ocean behind me, constantly moving. It's great purpose, really. We may not know what that purpose is, but it's a higher evolution, really. Modern neuroscience supports what Maxwell Maltz intuitively understood. Our brains are wired for forward progress. Accomplishing even small goals releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical associated with pleasure, motivation, and focus. Forward motion strengthens our neural pathways of confidence and courage. Stagnation, on the other hand, activates fear circuits, which heighten anxiety and diminish our sense of self-efficiency. In short, momentum matters because movement creates energy, resilience, and a foundation for future success. You don't have to climb Mount Everest tomorrow, and I wouldn't even recommend climbing Mount Everest ever, but forward motion can be incredibly simple. Here's how to apply this today. Take tiny steps. A small step is still movement. Send an email. Take a walk. Write one paragraph. Call one friend. Celebrate the tiny victories. Embrace micro momentum. String together tiny successes. One foot in front of the other becomes a mile before you even know it. Reframe your failure or what you consider to be failure or a false belief about failure. Movement will sometimes lead to mistakes, and that's wonderful. Mistakes are not setbacks. They are stepping stones, progress, not perfection. And visualize forward motion. Imagine yourself moving through your life like a steady river, smooth around the obstacles, carry strength from past experiences into the present flow. And check your inner dialogue. Shift from I'm stuck to I'm building momentum. These words you use internally can either paralyze or empower you. Maxwell Maltz gifted us a simple but powerful truth. We are designed to grow, evolve, stretch, and keep going. My sciatic nerve incident last week encouraged me to stretch more and stretch through what appears to be pain. And when you stretch, you open the neural pathways throughout the body, and it is a beautiful feeling. So balance doesn't come from clinging to the shorelines of the familiar. It comes from trusting yourself to step into the river of life. Float, paddle, sometimes swim vigorously, but always, always move. And today, ask yourself, what is the one small step forward I can take? One choice to move beyond fear into flow, beyond fear into flow. No matter how small, that step is your lifeline back to poise, balance, and the limitless security of a life fully lived. There's going to be a video that shows up right here. Please like and subscribe my channel. It really helps the algorithms. And you can hit the notification bell because I do go not live, but I do a video every day. And Dear Boomer Community is still happening. It will be happening if you come and join us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.